break from the heat. I've been out working in the garden, doing stuff with the chickens and the rabbits and all of that this morning. And it is about 91 degrees outside. So I came in, and right now, as you can see, got some green beans. So happy. Fresh green beans from the garden. Now these are two different variety. I will put in the description down below what kind they are. Look at these beauties. Isn't that gorgeous? One of them is a bush bean, and I planted that out in the front garden in my beds that I had put in. They were the ones with the lousy purchased soil that was depleted, that organic soil that I vlogged about. So after I treated the soil and added some rabbit poop and some blood meal, these just kind of sprang up and did great. The bush beans that were in that bed are stringless, so there's no strings to pull off. You just have to snap off the ends and then snap the beans. The other ones that I planted in the traditional garden that's out there. Those are pole beans, which I thought I had only planted bush beans, so I didn't put anything for them to climb on, and when I realized, oh my goodness, these are not bush beans, I had to make something real quick, and I just made a trellis out of bamboo, a tripod trellis. And they did great. But those ones are not stringless. And just glancing at the beans, I can't tell the difference. And so I'm just kind of breaking the ends off to the side. That way, if there is a string, it'll come off. See, that's a stringless one. So I'm getting ready to can these, which I'm looking forward to having home canned green beans. There's nothing like it. And let's see what else has been going on today. Oh, well, the other day I went and purchased supplies at Tractor Supply, went and got fencing and posts because I'm putting a fence in around my garden. Now I have two gardens. I have the big garden that's out past the barn. It's my traditional garden, in ground. It was tilled. Well, a lot of it was tilled. It was tilled last year. This year, when we started it in the spring, we didn't till it. I only went back with a garden fork and aerated the soil, but back in the fall we did till it. That one is pumpkins and zucchini, and there's corn out there, and the corn is actually a Three Sisters garden area where you plant corn, beans, and squash all in the same area, and they work together to grow. They're doing pretty well. We kind of planned those a little bit later, but I can tell you we just harvested our first corn. I'm excited about that, and the zucchini that I planted underneath there are full of blossoms. So hopefully we get some more zucchini out of that. But anyways, that's what I've been doing today. Been working outside. I put in a few of the posts. It's really, really hot, so I needed to take a break and get out of the heat. So I decided to come in here and do some green beans. And then later on I'll go back outside and get back to work out there. So my son and Mr. Smith are up in Tennessee this weekend. He went up there to get a truck. His uncle's truck is one that he had been wanting to purchase for a very long time, and his uncle called up my mother-in-law and said, if Jeff still wants the truck, I'll sell it to him. So my husband was anxious to get up there and get it. It's a vintage truck, 1965 Chevy. I think it'll be the first time we've owned a Chevy truck. But he's excited. He's always wanted an old truck like that, and I don't blame him. I love those old trucks. This one is a fixer-upper. More of a fixer-upper than I thought it was, but you know, whatever, it's fine. My husband will love it, and that's all that matters. So that'll be his project while I do my projects. So a friend of mine got on Facebook earlier and commented as he was going to Lowe's that he did not realize it was cheese dip outside. Cheese dip is his way of describing what the air feels like here today. And he says, hello July. It is just disgustingly hot outside. It's one of those, the second you walk outside, everything fogs up. Your eyeballs would fog up if they could, I'm telling you. But, yeah, so I did as much work as I was going to do in that heat, and now other things. But I'm working on a big project outside. Not one that I intended to do right away. I was planning on doing it at some point, just wasn't planning on doing it right away. And that is fencing the gardens. So I'm starting off with the big garden, and I'll worry about the herb garden after I get the big garden done. But if you're new to my channel, maybe you saw the last video I did where I posted about being at war. I'm at war with my neighbor's ducks. They were cute the first time they came around. Ha ha, look at the ducks. Oh, they're so adorable. And yeah, they are adorable. They're adorable until they get in my herb garden and they demolish things. And one of the things that they demolished, the first thing that they just decimated, was my purslane. Now, a lot of people might look at that and say, well, it's just a flower, it's no big deal. No, it's not just a flower. You see, everything I plant in my garden has a purpose. It's not just decoration. It is either specific for the pollinators, or it is edible, or it is medicinal, or it is a companion plant that repels bugs. Everything has a purpose. And the purslane, purslane is one of nature's gifts to everything. Omega-3 is a very important nutrient for the body, and purslane contains more omega-3 than just about anything else that you can eat. And so you look at it, and yes, it's a flower, but it's an edible, and you can eat it like a salad. You can eat the leaves as they are. You can stir fry them. They taste kind of like green beans. So I'm a little irate that the ducks completely destroyed my purslane. But it didn't go to waste. I took the leaves, the branches that they had snapped off, and I took them out there to the rabbits, and the rabbits just ate them up. They loved them. So at least it didn't go to waste, and the rabbits got some good, healthy omega-3s for their health. So that is what I've been up to today. And oh, before I forget, let me pause just a moment. I almost forgot. I got something in the mail today, and I'm very excited about this. So, now I do not enter giveaways very often, but once in a blue moon I'll see one that looks pretty interesting, and I think to myself, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and enter that. Well, not too long ago, a YouTube channel called Bama Homestead, who homesteaders right here in Alabama, did a giveaway for a butchering knife, and I went ahead and entered, and I won. So look what came in the mail today. Let me go ahead and open this up. This is a Maracniv, I think that's how you pronounce it, butchering knife. It is carbon steel, very, very sharp, and very easy to sharpen. So I am very excited about this. And the reason I'm excited about this is because it is going to get put to use very, very soon. We have got some roosters that their date with freezer camp is coming to fruition very, very soon. If the weather cooperates, I think that's going to happen on Tuesday, because my husband's going to be off work. Independence Day. We're going to declare our food independence and, yeah, harvest our own food. So, anyways, I just wanted to share that with you, and thank you very, very much, Bama Homestead. That was an awesome giveaway, and I'm so excited that I won. Thanks again for sending this to me, and be sure to check out Bama Homestead. I'll put a link to their channel down below. And right now, I'm going to get back to snapping my beans. So one last thing before I call this a vlog is I wanted to share a little something with you. I recently shared a meme in our homesteading group on Facebook that had the message that went along these lines. One of the things that's wrong with our world today is that there's not enough people snapping beans with Grandma on the porch.